This is for second BA Malayalam, English, Economics and History students. The appreciation of the poem Ozymandias by P.B. Shelley. P.B. Shelley was born in 1792. He was one of the famous romantic poets in English. He was celebrated for his revolutionary ideas. As a poet, Shelley was famous for writing odes. There are different types or formats in writing poems: ode, lyric, sonnet, etc. Shelley's poem Ozymandias is a sonnet. Shelley's poem Ozymandias is a sonnet. It is a poem of 14 lines. Naturally, sonnet has two structures: Petrarchan sonnet and Shakespearean sonnet. Petrarchan sonnet and Shakespearean sonnet. Petrarchan sonnet contained an octave of 8 lines and a sestet of 6 lines. Shakespearean sonnet contained 3 quatrains and a rhyming couplet. Ozymandias is written in Petrarchan structure. The poet met a traveler who was returning from the ancient land of Egypt, who told him that he had seen in the sands the statue of an ancient Egyptian king, Ozymandias. Really, Ozymandias was King Ramses II. He was a cruel and arrogant king. In the height of his glory and power, he thought that he was powerful and mightier than God, and his achievements would remain forever. He commanded his sculptor to make his statue. The sculptor had well studied the passions of Ozymandias and carved those passions on the face of the statue. The frown and wrinkled lips is enough to reveal the cruelty and arrogance of Ozymandias. The statue appeared lifelike. The present condition of the statue is very miserable. It is broken into pieces and scattered in the desert. Only the 2 legs remained on the base of the statue. In the poet's words, 2 vast and trunkless legs of stone stand in the desert. Beside it lay the broken head and hands. The face was half hidden in the sand, but passing of time hadn't wiped out the real passions of Ozymandias. Now look at the words on the pedestal of the statue. My name is Ozymandias, King of Kings. Look on my works, ye mighty and despair. Ozymandias had even challenged God, the Almighty. He forgot the fact that he was mortal. Now remained in the boundless area of sand was broken statue with the trunk and hands missing. The irony in the poem is the transience of human earthly glory and achievements. The poem stresses on the truth that man is mortal but God is immortal. Poem session is over. My dear students, learn the essays of the first 8 poems well. At the same time, prepare all poems to attend one-word short questions and annotations. Thank you.